Welcome back to the Joy of Vinyl. I'm Rick Coste. I bought a US first pressing of U2's Boy recently. It was between that and an original UK pressing for 3 times the cost. So I opted for the US pressing. I was in my local record store and inspected the record quickly before buying it. The lighting in the store isn't the best for inspecting a record, but I could tell there weren't any visible scratches or warps or dimples or any blemishes, at least that I could see. It's a good copy. VG plus, I'd have to say. When I brought it home to clean it under a much better light, I saw them. Scuff marks. From this. These damned paper sleeves. Paper sleeve scuff marks. There is absolutely nothing you can do about them. For the most part, they won't affect the sound, but they can. It all depends on how the record was taken care of. Multiple scuff marks are a sign that the record may have had a tough life before I adopted it. It has a good home now, but those blemishes will last for its entire life. Sometimes you simply can't escape the past. Am I being dramatic? Well, of course I am. But there's truth behind the drama. Scuff marks indicate a previous owner's mishandling. How they pulled it out of its paper sleeve, put it back in, and all of that. Over time and multiple instances, this can affect the sound, especially if the paper is torn. Now, have you ever received a paper cut? Ouch, right? They hurt. They can also hurt your record. Another thing is paper dust. As paper ages, it degrades, as do we all. It turns yellow, it tears, and it releases dust. Dust, as far as your record is concerned, is a contaminant. To escape detection, dust loves to hide in the groove, and it prays that you won't notice it. Have you ever bought a used record, pulled it out of its sleeve, only to find it's turned yellow and smells of stale cigarette smoke from a pack of 1970s Terrytons? Well, I have. Thanks, Dad. What do I do when I encounter a paper sleeve? I throw it away. If and only if it's plain paper. If the paper sleeve has pictures, lyrics, or something else that makes it a part of the album itself, well, I keep it. An album is a piece of art, and that art sometimes extends to the inner sleeve. If I do keep the sleeve, it's not for the record to slide back into. For that, I buy static-free, archival quality inner sleeves. I also buy outer sleeves to protect the jacket. I'll get to which ones I buy in a moment, but the important message here is to pay attention to what the inner protective sleeve is made of. There are things to stay away from. Paper is one, of course. That's what this is all about. I'm not a fan. Another one is inner sleeves made from PVC. But PVC is also what the record is made from, right? Well, yeah, but there's a problem with that. For years, PVC inner sleeves were the go-to for collectors. It made sense. What we think is safe today might be found to be extremely unsafe tomorrow, like those Terrytons. As PVC sleeves degrade, they release gases. This is especially the case depending on the climate of the room or storage area that the records are kept in. These gases react with the record itself. And you can see evidence of this if you've ever noticed a misty finish on a record. That mist isn't surface mist. It's the result of the chemical reaction and more often than not, will affect the sound. It's also irreversible. If you've bought a used record or inherited one that has a plastic sleeve you can't identify, my advice would be to get rid of it and replace it with one that you know is safe. Depending on the size of your collection, it's not a very expensive investment. It's also worth the investment. Now, none of this is meant to scare you. If you can't replace them all at once, just do so over time. Start with the oldest ones first. It's not like the sleeves degrade immediately. I use sleeves made by the folks at Invest in Vinyl. I'll provide links to them in the show notes. I use them for both the outer sleeves and the inner sleeves. I like the rounded inner sleeves the best. They also make the traditional square ones as well. The outer protective sleeves are 3 milliliters thick. I contacted Invest in Vinyl about their sleeves and the materials used, and they told me they are made using 100% virgin polyethylene. Polyethylene is a great storage solution for vinyl records. Knowing it's not a mixed bag of chemicals and plastics that go into their sleeves is also reassuring. So, the next time you encounter a paper sleeve, here's what you do. And there you have it. Again, don't stress over it. This is meant to help you decide what's best for you and your records. Don't rush out and spend a lot of money, especially if you have a large collection. Do it gradually. Knowledge is everything. And let me know what you think about all this. I'd love to hear from you. You can also receive vinyl record news by clicking the button up there somewhere, maybe up there. And you can subscribe to this channel over here. I think over here. And until next time, please take care of yourself and enjoy your records.